empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la. Oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Oh, no.
Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is collection selection Saturday and we are going to select a new page and we're going to select a new set of pencils from the cauldron of selection. So who do we have here today? My goodness, you guys have been busy. Hello Ashley, lurk away my darling. Hello Dawn, hello Danielle. Hello Pamela. Hello Susan, lurk away darling as usual. Hello, Yana. Hello, 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 all my lurkers out there. And everyone else that is in the wings, grabbing a cup of coffee and sitting back and relaxing, grabbing some coloring stuff, all that fun stuff. That's awesome, Yana. Thank you. All right, so we've got some work to do here today. I don't know how many of you are out there. I hope you are enjoying the music that I have with the startup. Good morning, Alex. It perks me up. I really like it. So hopefully you guys do, but I like the beat of it. It's actually really funky. I really like it. So yes, and good morning, Discord. You are on time. Come hang out with us in Discord. Nightbot is telling you so. So how is everybody? How was your week? How, I give me all the scoops. Come on. Nobody? Nobody's got scoop for me? What the heck? Come on. All right. So, let's just get started then since nobody's got scoop for me. Oh, I just stuck myself with a very long pin that I use for stickles. All right. So, hello, B. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You've been good? Ooh, extra special coffee. Yum. I like extra special coffee. I like regular coffee, but extra special coffee is always good. Yeah. That is good, Dawn. I am glad to hear that you're doing good, dear. Oh, sunshine. Yeah. Spring break. Yes, Alex is on spring break. So we're going to see more of her in the streams. Yay. Yeah, it's a little cloudy here. It decided to snow a little bit yesterday, which was a little weird. Um, yeah, we had all seasons in one day yesterday. It was kind of funky. Yes, Bee does some awesome pages. They're adorable, and she colors so beautifully. She makes me jelly. All right, guys. So let's turn down the brightness of this. It is awfully bright. Raining there, yeah. All right, so I am going to put up a poll. I know everybody loves the polls, but we got to do it. Oh, nice. Yum, yum. Hello, Emmy. Hello, hello, hello. I have missed you. I have not seen you in a very long time, dear. All right, so we're going to do a poll. Let's see here. Start a poll of what page we're going to do today. So what page for the week? So we have the gnome. And these are all from the artists that we have worked with throughout the week. So we've got the witchy girl, witchy woman, and we have the mushroom girl. All right, so those are your choices. We have the mushroom girl, the witchy woman, and the gnome. So those are our choices for the week. All right. So we'll let that run for a little while and we'll just talk about the day. All right, there we go. Number 19. Wow, my goodness. Well, I am so glad to see you. We've missed you a lot. So we have the gnome, the witchy woman, and we have the mushroom girl. So get your votes in for the picture that we're going to color this week. For all those that are just coming in, we have all these ones. So we've got the gnome, the witchy woman, and of course the mushroom girl. The mushroom girl, of course, is done by Allison Neal Designs. The gnome is done by Nori Art Coloring, and the witchy girl is done by Noam Levi from our Facebook group. That sounds like more fun. Absolutely. Hello, Kim. Welcome, welcome. Get your votes in, everybody. We've got 10 votes in. Let's go, let's go, let's go. That does not sound like spring break to me there, Alex. It's spring break, not spring cleaning? Yes, you are correct there. Spring cleaning happens after spring break or the last day of spring break. That to me is when you do the spring cleaning. Unless you're not a teacher and spring break is when the children are all home and you can make them clean their rooms. Then you do the spring cleaning. I used to do spring cleaning when the kids were home for spring break because that's when I could get them to clean their rooms. All right, so we've had the poll up for a little while there. We've got 7 minutes into our normal stream time. I know I started a little tiny bit early, but I hope everyone is got their votes in. Let's take a look at the poll, see where we're at. So the gnome is at 54%. Yeah, exactly, Emmy. Kids cleaning their room? What is that? And where did you replace my children? And can you stay? Alrighty, so we've got the gnome at 54%, 13 votes 3 minutes ago. So we've got about 2 minutes left on the vote. If you haven't voted and you're lurking away, please come in and hit that vote. So we have the witchy woman, we have our gnome man, and we have our mushroom girl. Nice. Enjoy your lunch. Okay. So it's been very uneventful for me this week, other than the weather being weird. My frames keep on going in and out, so if I am choppy, I apologize. You're giving everybody the weekend off. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. Absolutely. Let me know if I get really choppy or something. I'm noticing that my frames are going into the red here, so if it does get really choppy, let me know. I will have to go yell at a child to shut off his video game. Diablo 4 is doing an open beta testing or an open beta play session this weekend, so of course the boys are all over that. But if it does get really, really choppy, I will make them shut it off. They can get over it for 2 hours. Have a nap. I don't care. All right, so I'm going to call the poll. Okay, good. And we have 57%, 14 votes. We've been up for 5 minutes. We're going to end the poll. And we have our gnome fellow. Hello, Mandy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So we are going to do the gnome. This is from Nori Art Coloring. Yes, Diablo 4 is is live, dropped for all of us people that aren't purchasing it. Yeah. So this is the one that we're going to color. Now we're going to take our wonderful cauldron that my husband has created to make us, well, he printed this part and had a friend create the lid to add the colored pencils and the coloring books. So we have the cauldron. Let's give it a shake. Hopefully I'm not making anybody dizzy by shaking it around. And take off the lid with our little crayons. And stick our hand in here and the magic pot, yes. And we will grab a pencil. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, it's blank. No, it's not. So we are going to color this with the Milan colored pencils. A need for speed. Nice. So the colored pencils that we have chosen are the Milan. The Milan are a small set of pencils, so we're not going to have a lot of variation in colors. So we're not going to have as much to choose from. Now I've got my big book of swatches here, and I'm just going to pull the Milan swatch chart. This might be interesting. There's not a whole lot of skin tones in here, but there are some earth browns and stuff like that. So that will work just fine. So of course you can color an entire page with a small set of pencils. I just like big sets. The magic pot spoke. Okay, so I'm going to grab the Milan off the shelf here. Maybe, if I can remember where they are. My Milan aren't on the shelf. We may have to pull another one because I can't remember if I put those ones out of their box or not. Hold on one moment. I have to find them now. I can't remember if I put them in my travel kit because they were a nice small set. I may have put them in my travel kit. So just give me a second here. Nope, that's Norberg and Linden. Yeah, I have pencils literally everywhere. I have them put in boxes. I have them put in, everywhere. No, they're not there either. All right, so we may have to pull a different one if I can't find them. And if I remember correctly, I didn't take them out of there. Oh dear. I think they might be in here. Teach me to put things away. Oh, that's just my Van Gogh. See, and I'd really like to use them because obviously I have not used them enough to not know where they are. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm going to put that one back in and find them and make sure I know where they are for the next time that they get pulled. Because I have put them away somewhere and I can't. I could have swore I had them in my bags, but I'm not seeing them listed on any of the any of the charts. So I will go through and I will locate them. We're going to put the Milans back in the bucket and we'll pull another set of pencils. Because I can't find them. So we're just going to pull another set. I will locate those ones and put them somewhere where I know where they are. And yeah, the colors in the Milans are absolutely gorgeous. I just can't find my set, which really sucks because I really like those pencils. All right, so let's see. We have lots of options, yes, absolutely. Just one. We just want one. All right, so the next ones, let's hope I know where these ones are this Sergeant Arts. And I do know where those are. So let's grab our Sergeant Art swatch chart here from the big book of swatch charts. PQRS. There's Shuttle Arts. There's the Sergeant Arts. All right, so this is a little bit of a bigger set, but that's going to bug me until I can find the Milans now. All right, so we will use the Sergeant Arts this week, and I will locate the Milans and get them pulled out for next time that they come up, because that's gonna irritate me. Yes. You had a finger slip on AliExpress? Did you accidentally slip my address in there? No? Well, it was worth a shot. All right, so we've got the Sergeant Arts here. Welcome back, Danielle. All right, so I put the Milan back in the bucket and I took out the Sergeant Arts. And we will be using the Sergeant Arts until I can find the Milans. Just going to make sure that I don't have the Milan stuck in here, because that would be funny. That would be hilarious if I had the Milan stuck in there, which I don't. All right. All right, which one was these? And that's from last week. All right, so I think I have everything figured out now. You are perfectly fine, dear. I was teasing. But thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so we've got the gnome here, and we're going to switch on over to the close-up camera. We've got our swatch chart here for the Sergeant Arts. And of course you can use any colored pencils that you have available. You don't have to use the same colored pencils that I'm using, absolutely. So we're going to start with, let's start with Maze, because I'm going to give him a bit of a tan skin. Well, I could start with tan too. So there's yellow. What's this one? Tan. So we're going to start with tan. All right. And we're going to start down here. And we're just going to do a really, really gentle coverage. Because we're going to blend into this with our skin tones. Okay. And then we're going to go in with this one here, which is Maize. Hello, Calamity. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see you. I'm going to come into that shadow. And get that shadow all filled in there. Yeah, they are nice pencils, Kim. So I'm going to come down off of his nose here. I missed his cheek. And under his eye. Make sure I get that shadow nice and deep there. So if anybody missed it on Friday, I did a video showcasing the Artex soft pastels, and I found out over the week after talking to Nori Art a little bit more about her art and that sort of thing, that she actually does have physical books, and they are listed on the video from yesterday's Fun Stuff Friday. So if you prefer a physical book, those are available for purchase. She has like, I think 25 of them. She has artist editions, which are spiral bound and perforated, and she has regular ones that are available, which are awesome. They're not too bad in price either. They're, for the artist edition, it's like only $14 plus tax and shipping, so it's not very expensive. Alright, so I'm going through now with Melon, and I'm extending that shadow line out. And filling in that shadow line. Into the medium shadows. Yes, the cottage I did is Nori Art. And her Etsy is actually 50% off right now, and she has extended that Etsy sale for me so that you guys can jump on it if you want to. All right. And then we're going to go in with this one here, which is Peach. No, it was Nori Art. Noam was the two little fairies. Well, one floral butterfly princess and one butterfly fairy. That was Nori. Or Noam, sorry. So going in with the peach, covering everything with the peach, and blending that all together. I would have to look for you. I can't remember. I think it is. I do believe that she does have the um, fairy houses in the books. Just going back over in some areas with the tan and just filling that in a little bit. Want to darken this a little bit more down here. Oops. You didn't see me do that. That doesn't exist. Now we're going to take our black and we're going to do a little work on his eyes here. Just fill that in a little. Now we're going to, while we have the black out, I'm just going to put a little bit in his eyebrows. Because we're going to just put a little bit here for his eyelashes. We're going to do his hair and his eyebrows and everything in gray. But I want to put a little bit of pepper in that salt. If you know what I mean. No problem at all. All right. I'm just doing this because I have it in my hand, so we'll go back to the skin tone here in just a second. Because I got to do his ear and his lips. So we're just following the lines. And like I said, I am going to do his hair colors in grays and whites. I just want to add a little bit of the pepper in. Because you can't have salt without pepper. Just saying. As my dad would always say. All right. Oh, nice, Yana. Thank you. All right, so we're going to do the same thing with his ear. We're going to start with the tan, just a really light layer. And then in the dark shadowed areas, we're going to use the maze. And then we're going to use melon right over top of the maze, extending it out a little bit into the medium shadowed areas. And then the peach. The Miniature Fairy Homes book is the Teacup Cottage that I did on Friday's video. The little blue cottage that I did is in Fairy Homes Land, and I do believe it is in a book. The blue cottage with the green roof that I did at the start of the month. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with his arm. First, we're going to take a little bit of pink for his lips. I think I want something a little bit lighter than that. Well, let's use this one first. We're going to put in a little bit of the red. Just in the shadowy area. And then we're going to take our peach and we're just going to go into that red and drag it out. Yeah, the blue one is in a PDF called Fairy Homes Land Edition, or Fairy Houses Land Edition. There's land and water or ocean editions of those. So I'm just adding little bits of the red and the peach, blending them together to give us our shadows and our highlights here. I'll also add some white at some point as well. Hello, Tiffany. Welcome, welcome. Land Fairy Houses, yes. All right, now we're going to do his arm. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go in with tan first. I like to get all the skin tones done so that then I can gauge what colors I want to use for the clothes. Because I want him, because he's a hiker, he's got the hiking boots on. He's up in the mountains, so we know he's going to be getting some sun. I want him to have a good tanned skin tone. I have to and of course, I don't think his hands are going to be extremely clean, but that is a question that I don't typically answer, Tiffany. I have many, many, many different colored pencil sets, and I love them all. I do find that I do prefer an oil-based pencil when I color, but I do love all my pencils. So I find that a very, very difficult question to answer. These ones here are the Sergeant Art. I'm a little perturbed that I can't find my Milan. I know they're here somewhere. I can even see the box in my head. So I love all my pretty pencils. Yes, I do. So now I'm going through with the maze and adding to the shadows. Filling those in. Now typically with grayscale, I do color everything. I don't just use one color. I color everything the same way I would with line art. I just don't have to worry about putting that gray in for the shadows and judging where those shadows are going to be, which is great because I'm not a great judge of that. All right. I don't know if his hands are going to be this clean, but he is sitting in a stream, so he may have washed them. Just saying. Thank you, Dawn. I have the Staedtler pencils. Yes, I have both the Ergosoft and the Journey, and both are wonderful, wonderful sets of pencils. I do find that I kind of like the Journeys a little bit more than the Ergosoft, but that may be because it has more colors. Because I do like big sets. I like bigger sets. I'm not terrified of small sets, but I do prefer a bigger set. If I can get a bigger set, I will. But both the Ergosoft and the Journeys are very nice. Going through now with the Melon and extending that shadow. Filling in the medium shadowed area. The medium tone of the hand and the arm. Yes, paper is very, very important. All right, now we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to extend that out with the melon. Like so. I have not tried the Norris, and from what I've heard, I don't want to. Yeah, the Starjoy Golds are yeah. Those I just don't use. I do have them. I'm not a fan. They do work great for testing pencil sharpeners, however. These are the next one I'm using is peach. Not something that I would recommend. If you're working with Prismacolor, another one that I would recommend that you could utilize with Prismacolor quite easily is the Artex 124 set. I think it's 124 or 126. 126. Um, you will get a really good variation of different colors, a wide selection, and they will blend really nicely with your Prismacolors. Not fond of Crayola either, so I have had them, I have used them. I find that they are very hard on my hands. Just going through and adding a little bit more of the melon. Yes, the Voldemort pencils, they're horrible. But, to each their own. If you enjoy them, enjoy them. I know one person that has the Starjoys and does absolutely gorgeous work with them. And, if you want to hang out and watch some of her videos, that she is called A View is a View. And Miss Pamela does do some really pretty things with um, the Starjoys. I do believe that she has figured out the reason why I don't like them and doesn't use them as often. But if you watch some of her older videos, you will definitely see some beautiful work done with them. I just find that they hurt my hands and they're just not a complete set, so it bothers me. Yes, be a paper snob. All right, now I'm going back over it with the tan, giving him a bit of a brown look on his skin. Don't want to go too heavy with the tan because it is a little yellowy, and I don't want him to look like he has jaundice. We don't want him to be sickly, we just want him to be tanned. Oh, I didn't go back over that one. Hold on. Go over it with the maze. Alright, this one does not look like I went over it with the peach. I missed this one with the peach, so we're going to go over this with the peach. And if you are looking for Pamela's channel or a View is a Views channel, you can of course type in exclamation point. I do believe it's exclamation point Pamela. It could also be exclamation point view. And that should give you the link to her channel. She's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful person, and she colors beautifully, even if she doesn't think so sometimes. I think she does. No, I have not. I find that I don't know if that would work very well because you have to press on the paintbrush and it may damage the paintbrush, wouldn't it? I do use a brush to brush off, bits and pieces if the pencils come apart a little bit. But all right, now I'm going back over with the tan. In the highlight area. I'm just doing it very, very lightly. Like I said, I don't want him to have a jaundiced look. I just want him to look a little brown. Like he's been out in the sun. Like so. Oh, let's dust him off. And then we're going to start in on his beard. So we need some grays. So we've got a little bit of silver. And we've got some dark gray. And white. Where is my white? There we go. And of course black. Now we've put a little bit of the black in the beard already, but we're just going to finish that off. We're going to make sure that we get some deeper areas under the chin, under the lip here, and cover up some of those deeper areas with some black. Now we are working in a flicking motion, following the lines that the artist has given us to follow. Now he's got a curl here in his mustache. Same with here. Trying to get all his whiskers that are down here as well. All right, now we're going to move in with some dark gray. Oh, hold on a sec. View. Hello, Jamie. Welcome and thank you. I know I put it in there. Uh, sorry guys. Just 1 second. There. You're always a problem child, not. There you go. All right, Dawn, see you later. Have a great day. All right, so now we're going to start with our gray. So we're going to use dark gray. We are using the Sargent Art colored pencils. Now we're going to come off that black with the dark gray. Don't mind me if I get all quiet. Just concentrating on where I'm putting this. Yeah, if you can't figure out the commands for Nightbot, Alex, you can of course hit exclamation point commands, and that will give you a link to all of the commands for Nightbot so that you can find what you're looking for as well. Some of them are quite fun. Some of them are silly, but they're all there. Hello, Jen. How are you doing, dear? All right, now we're going to go in with some silver. He does look happy. He's out in the wild, and I just broke that pencil tip. Metallics are one of those ones that that do tend to be a little bit softer. I just pressed a little too hard on that one. Hello, Bill. You're ornery. Great. David Crosby in an elf hat. That's awesome. Okay, and then a little bit in to the eyebrows. And then into the hair as well. Getting that silver going on there. There we go. Now we're going to add some white. And I know it's probably not looking a whole lot different than it did when I started, but it does to me. All right. That's his sleeve there that I keep on coloring. Ashley is at work, so she is definitely lurking. I don't know. I haven't seen Shannon yet, so she's probably lurking. We've always got Kim lurking. I'm quite sure quite a few others. Our lovely lurkers. I love my lurkers. They're wonderful people. They sit back and enjoy the coffee and all right. Aw, the bunny's ears didn't finish. Oh. Oh. Let me see it. Okay, so who wants to see Bob's latest print? Who wants to see Bob's latest print for me? You're lurking on Etsy. All right, so I'm going to switch you over to the main camera for a minute. And who's ready? I'm going to have to tip it so that you guys can see it. All right. Oh my goodness, it just keeps going. So there is Bob's latest print. He made me a very large purple Easter bunny. Easter bunny, Easter basket. It's so cute. So now I have a very large Easter bunny waste paper basket. Like it's half the height of my desk. It's a purple people eater. Yeah, it's a very large bunny. It's adorable. And it's half the size of my desk. So All right, so let's get going on his clothing. Let's start with his shirt. And I want his shirt to be in the green family. So let's start with this one, which is a forest green. There is no chocolate inside. Well, I can put chocolate inside it. He bought me chocolate yesterday. So I'm just going through and I'm putting in the shadow areas with the forest green. Yep, it's the chocolate filled bunny. Well, it will be. Well, it's not going to be filled because it's massive, but you know. But it's adorable. We are using the Sargent Art colored pencils. Sargent Art. Yes, except for the fact that I can't eat a lot of chocolate, so. And the types of chocolate I can eat are difficult to get. Trying not to color his beard hairs green here, but still get the shadow from them. Okay. Okay, just 1 second here. Charlotte's being a butt. Just 1 minute, I gotta deal with her. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, she is having troubles with her hips, and her back hip sort of just locked up on her, so I was trying to help her and she got all grumpy. Typical. Oh no! Well, that's no good. The US should not be saying no to any sort of chocolate company. I'm sorry. They just shouldn't be. Um, the response to a chocolate company should always be yes. Yeah, she'll be fine. She's just, she's getting old and grumpy and fussy in her old age. She got out again last night and could not get back in, so woke us up at 2:30 in the morning to let her in. Just the fun stuff. All right, now we're going to go with this one here, which is green. Go figure. And we're just going to come off of that forest green with it. Yeah, aches and pains are never any fun. And if she would take the painkillers without spitting them out every single time, I'd be so much easier to deal with her. But she doesn't like them, so she'll eat the glucosamine and the hip joint stuff, but she likes those. Those are treats, but she does not like the painkillers. Oh, nice, Alex. Oh yeah, yeah. Last year or year before last, Bob printed great big huge dinosaur eggs or dragon eggs for the boys for their Easter baskets. That was fun. I actually filled them and then hid them out in the yard, made them go find them. They are getting a little too old for that now, but it's still fun to do. All right. So I'm just going into the medium shade area. Not going into the highlights with the green, just the medium shade area. Yes, peeps. Peeps. I miss peeps. I miss Easter candy. It used to be my favorite time of the year. Alright, now we're going to go in with this one here, which is yellow-green. I think this is the one I want. Yeah. And we're just going to fill in the rest. So I'm using the yellow-green to blend all those greens together. So I'm putting a little bit more pressure on the yellow-green than I did with the green and the forest green. Now, don't be afraid of the white spot. These are clothing. It's not supposed to be completely smooth. All clothing has texture, and leaving that white spot will give you that texture of the clothing. So I'm not completely covering all of the white spot. I'm just blending the colors together. I need to use that down here because I missed it. They do, but they are a little bit harder than the Sharpira and a lot thinner. The Sharpira are quite a chunky pencil, where these are very, very thin in comparison. I prefer the Sharpira to the Shuttle Arts or the Sargent Arts. But I do like the Sargent Arts. It's nothing against the Sargent Arts. I just like the feel of the Sharpira. They're a little tiny bit smoother. Oh, jelly beans in a new Kirby book. What the heck? And helping the dog broke my nail. Oh well. Alright, so there is his shirt. And we're going to take some white and we're just going to go through this area here because that's where our light is hitting from behind him here. So we're just going to put a little bit of that light back in there. Like so. Don't know why my husband is looking at the dog that way. He just came out of his office and started looking at the dog funny. Alright, so now we're going to do his clothing. So we're going to do his pants and we're going to do those in brown. So I have dark brown here. And I'm going through and just doing the darkest of areas. We'll be doing his shoes in browns as well, but we'll use a different dark color for those so that they stand out and don't blend into his pants. We may use the black or the gray to shadow those so that they don't blend in. Yeah, chunkier pencils are easier to hold, especially if you have arthritis or issues with your hands. He's got very, very creasy pants. I think they're a little too big for him. All right, now as you can see, there's drips on this side and coming off of his belt area here. So I think the water is going over top of him there. So make sure that you remember that the drips are there. Now, I don't know about you guys, but whenever my clothes are wet, they're usually darker in the wet areas. So I'm just going to make sure that the areas that look wet or have the drips coming off of them are a little bit darker. Hello, Emily. Welcome, welcome. Not quite. Oh, okay, so that's a bit of water there. I see. Okay. Not quite sure where it's going, but I think that's supposed to be water. So I'm going to do this under part here in the darker brown to show that it's wet. All right. Okay, so the next color that we're going to use is this one here, which is burnt sienna. And we're just going to come up here. And I'm going through all of the medium shadow areas now. Just extending that dark brown out. Oh, darn. I hate it when I do that. Sleep wrong. Wake up with a kink in your neck. Ugh. That is the worst. Because then you feel weird all day trying to get rid of it. Okay, so there's one pant leg. Now we're going to come over here and make sure that we don't cover up that water dripping effect that he has. But still making his pants look like they are wet. Like I said, when my pants are covered in water, like this fella's are because it's all drippy drippy, they are darker where they're wet. So make sure that I do quite a bit of darkness in the areas that have the most moisture looking on them. Because he is sitting in a stream. Like the water is right behind him here. And I think it's pouring down underneath him, so I think it's coming down through here and pouring down and underneath. Because there's a little crevice here. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah. I'm glad that you got to see her. I hope she enjoyed the cookies. I hope she's feeling better today. No, water isn't good for the instrument, but it's just a little bit of it. And he's out in the sun, it'll dry out pretty quick. Yeah. Ask any bard out there. A little bit of weather on the lute never hurt. All right. Fill that in there. I think I want a little bit more coming up through here. Just adjusting how much dark I have going through there. This is the medium tone that I'm using now. This is sienna brown. so. And then for our lightest brown, we're going to be using this one, which is, oh, there is a light brown. Hold on a sec. Let's use that. And then maize. So we're going to use the light brown, and then we're going to use maize. Nice. Okay, so the next one that we're going to use is light brown. We're going to throw all the browns at his pants here. Just in concentration, just getting the colors together here. Not a whole lot to say about them. It's brown. Just continuing off of the other browns, blending those together with the light brown and extending the color into the rest of the pants here. Of course, leaving the extreme highlight areas open for the next brown, the lightest brown. Nice. All right. Come in through here with the wettest area. We're just going to fill that in nice and dark there. Making sure we leave the water drips alone. Oops, covered one. It's okay, we'll erase it. Yeah, I think the Head Start program is a little bit young for the book fairs. All right, now the last color that we're going to use is the maize. And we're going to use the maize to blend everything together. So I'm going to start putting a little bit more pressure on the pencil. And of course, if we do find that there's too much white spot, we can of course use a blender. I do believe they work okay with the Caran d'Ache blender. I know they work really well with the Derwent blender. Can't remember if I've used the Caran d'Ache blender on them, to be honest. There we go. Now I'm going to take the blender just a little bit here because I want to add, oh goodness, what happened there? I think somebody subscribed. I don't know why it's not showing. Welcome to whoever subscribed because I missed it. It may just not be showing yet. So I'm going to use the Caran d'Ache blender here just very gently. I'm not pressing really hard on it. I'm just going to use it very gently, and then I'm going to come through with the colors for the water to signify the moisture on the trousers here. I'm just going to take out some of that white spot a little bit. I'm not going to take it all out because I want the texture, but I don't want so much of the white spot. Okay, no problem at all, Jen. Have a lovely day, and I hope to see you again very soon. All right, so now we're going to use, look here and see what we have for watercolors here. So we're going to start off with ocean blue. And we're just going to cover the area very, very lightly, adding that deeper blue tone up at the top of the area that is going to be dripping. And adding some to his pants as well. Almost like the water is in the fold of his pants. Like so. And we're going to make sure that we go in to the water areas here. We're just going to go into the deepest blues there. Like so. Thank you, Yana. I appreciate that. There we go. All right, and now for his hat. Should we do his hat or his shoes? I'm going to take a quick coffee second. We've got about 15-20 minutes left. Let's see. Oh, my watch is dead. Yeah, so we've got about 20 minutes left. So we can do his shoes, his belt, and his hat, I think, in those 20 minutes. What do you guys think? Get the gnome all done. And then we can work on more of his background and surroundings on Monday and Wednesday. I don't know if we will get him completely finished, but I will try my best to get him completely finished with you guys on stream. Alright, so I'm just using black right now, and I'm going through the shadow areas and separating the climbing part of his shoes. So he's got little cleats on his shoes here, which are for climbing. And those we are going to do in the grays and the silver. His shoes themselves we're going to do in the browns. But I want to put in a black shadow there so that it's separated from the brown shadow of his pants. So as you can see on this one here, you can see it a lot better than on this one here. But there's a cleat that goes right over top of his shoes. This one here you can see the spikes for climbing. They used to wear, well, they still do. They wear them while they're logging as well to climb trees. My dad used to have a set. Went over his work boots. And these cleats on the side are used to wrap around the tree usually on the inside of the foot. I don't know why this one's on the outside, but the cleats are usually on the inside of the foot, and so when you're going up the tree, you can just jab your cleat into the tree and climb away. Yeah, spikes and a harness. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to use the dark brown. This part here is shoe. And we're just going to do his whole shoe with the black and the dark brown. And this part here we'll do with the sienna brown. Now, Amazon Tammy will be on directly after me at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. You can, of course, reach her channel if you haven't already subscribed by hitting exclamation point Amazon Tammy, and that will take you directly, give you a link directly to her channel. Of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and of course, ring the bell so that you can follow all of her loveliness, because she's awesome. Everything she touches is magic. I'm just saying. All right, now we're going to go in with the burnt sienna for this part here. Which is the leather part of the harness, the spike part of the shoe. And then we're going to go in with the light brown. Ah, yes. Okay. I will let her know that you say hello, Mandy. And don't do too much farm stuff. You know, don't be you know. Although you can give all the babies love for me. All the baby animals. Just saying. I don't think I give them enough love. All right, now I'm going to go in with the maze in the highlight area. And we're just going to blend that together. Now we're going to take our dark gray and we're going to go in through here. I think that should be brown. I think that's part of his boot there, and those are his laces. So we're going to take the black and do the laces. Like so. Again, with the dark gray, we're just filling in the shadow areas on the brace. And then we're going to take the silver Oh, nice. And we're going to fill in the silver part of the cleats. Now, the one thing I have noticed about some of the lesser expensive um, metallics is they're really, really soft. So be careful that you don't just keep snapping them by putting too much pressure on them, because they are quite soft. Alright, gonna come down through here. Just gonna make sure I get some of that blended in there. Alright. Now I'm going through with the silver. Now for his belt, I'm just going to do the silver since it's in my hand on his belt buckle. And then we're going to take some black. We're going to shadow it in. And then we're going to take our dark brown. And there we have his belt. Now for his hat, we're going to start with the browns. And we're going to do under here in the darkest of browns. And up through there. And just going through all the crevices and putting the dark brown in there. Trying not to color over top of the emblemism that's there, because we'll be coloring that a different color. And then down the back of his hat here. Like that. And then the next color, of course, is the burnt sienna. Come down here with the burnt sienna. And then we're going to give the hat a little bit of wear. So instead of going over it with the brighter yellow-brown color, in those highlight areas, we're going to hopefully use a brown gray or a green gray. Green gray might work. I want to have a warm gray color to it. I think the green gray is the warmest. That will go with the brown. And then we'll put in the greens of the emblems there. So I'm going to pull that green gray, which is right here, and we're going to blend everything together because I want this to look like a tattered, well-worn, well-loved garment. Now I'm going to blend that with the white. Just lightening it up, but keeping that gray color. Have a great day, Susan. Thank you so much for lurking. Those darn customers always getting in the way. Sorry. Alright, and we're going to go over it with the white. Exactly, he does look like he has a lot of stories to tell. Wanted him to look like a very wise old soul. And the reason why I didn't mind having his pants look fairly new, but his hat, I didn't want to look new is because a lot of times we will replace our pants, but we will not buy a new hat because the hat is a part of who we are. All right, now we're going to add the green, and we're going to start off with a dark olive. Exactly, a lot of songs to sing. So we're going to start off with the dark olive, and we're going to go through the emblems here on his hat. Exactly, exactly. That's exactly what I want this hat to feel like. It's just gotten to the right amount of wear to enjoy. All right, now we're going to take our gold. Yeah, exactly. It's like a guy's wallet. You just can't replace those. Now this is, the gold in this set is more of a brown gold, so I don't mind using it to blend into that green. I would like it to be a little bit more yellow, but I wanted that metallic shine. So. Without having to put in a gel pen. All right. Now we're going to take our blender and we're just going to blend those colors together a little bit, smoothing out any waxy looks. Because sometimes, even though you don't mean to, it can look a little bit staggered if you didn't, especially with different colors, like strongly different colors, like the gray-green and the brown, like so. All right, so I'm going to switch it over to the main camera here so you can see our little fella. And there we have our lute playing gnome, all ready to go hiking and climbing and whatever else they want to do. And now Tammy is starting immediately. I do when I'm going to color over it. If I am going to not color over it, I do burnish it really heavily. However, if I am going to go over top of it with other color, I will very lightly use the blender. Or if I only want to blend the color and not burnish the page, if I want that white spot to show through, I will not use a heavy hand with the blender. All right, guys, thank you all very much for watching. Please go over and visit with Amazon Tammy if she is streaming today. I will be popping over there and seeing if she's streaming because I am one of her mods and I enjoy her streams so much. She usually starts like right now. So I will let you all go. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.